Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Danielle and I do content relating to ASD, autism, OCD, and I'd like to start doing stuff on epilepsy. Today I really wanted to focus on the topic of masking. What is masking? Why we tend to do it? And is it beneficial or not? So I got the definition of what is masking offline, and masking and camouflaging are terms used to describe neurodiverse individuals who seek to hide or minimize their autistic traits to blend in with the neurotypical world. And what this means is we're just trying to make it through the day too. That's all it really means. I do have a few examples of what masking is, but first I wanted to really kind of go over why I chose masking. So to me, masking is something that I have done for a long time, and unfortunately I'm going to be doing it in the future. It's how I blend in with the world. When I leave my apartment, I really would like to know where I'm going, what I'm doing, so I can prepare myself prior for what mask I'm going to be using that day. Masking is not me lying or pretending to be something I'm not. Everything I do is me. It's authentic. It's 100% me, but I'm trying to again blend in and understand how to communicate properly with everybody that is not a neurodiverse individual. And sometimes it gets really hard and overwhelming, and the masking really helps with this. So an example of masking, when I was growing up, a little girl, I wasn't little, I was probably in 7th or 8th grade, and we didn't have cell phones yet, and the girls they're all writing notes to the boys, and I, wanted to fit in, so I decided to write a note too. And we would fold them all up really cute. I learned, the origami style folds. And they're like, make it your own, add something to it, a signature so they know it's from you. I'm like, all right, I got this. I can blend in. This is easy. I'm good at writing notes. I like origami. I can fold things. So write my note, fold it up, all proud of it, show my girlfriends, and they approved. Well, I got my note back. And my note was given back because he couldn't understand why I drew lizards on it, reptiles, and I was so offended. I was so offended because they weren't lizards or reptiles. They were gel pen dinosaurs, and he couldn't figure that out. So I took my note back to my girlfriends, and they read it, and everyone started laughing. All of them started laughing at me. And I'm like, what? What's wrong with my note? Let me see your note. So I look at it, and it stinks. It's overwhelming with perfume and glitter, and it just clicked. It clicked all of a sudden. They meant spray it, personalize it with like your own signature scent, not a gel pen dinosaur. That's probably why I got my note back. And they told me, they're like, he gave you the note back because it was a gel pen dinosaur. And I was still so upset because, again, it wasn't a lizard, it was a dinosaur, and he couldn't tell the difference. Whatever. So that's one. That was one incident of me trying to mask that didn't work out so well. There's a few more growing up. I was in Girl Scouts, and it was awesome. I was in Girl Scouts for a few years, actually. But it was really hard to fit in at Girl Scouts because I'm, again, very outdoorsy, independent, and luckily my dad was a Boy Scout leader. So I got to go to Boy Scouts all the time whenever my dad was a leader. And one of my best friends that I still have, I think was in his group. And I really liked hanging out with them. But the problem is trying to fit back in with the Girl Scouts. I couldn't because they had a lot of crushes on the boys, and I just was picked on from that, even though all I wanted to do was bring back some of the cool ideas to share with the Girl Scouts that I learned from Boy Scouts. Well, I had to learn that wasn't acceptable at all in any way, for jealousy reasons that I still don't understand to this day, but it is what it is. I'd go back and I would just pretend to enjoy all the things that the Girl Scouts would do, like sewing and cooking, and it just blah. It just wasn't fun. So thanks, Dad. If you ever see my videos, thank you so much for being a scout leader and all of the fun things we did growing up. I absolutely love going out and fishing and hunting, and I think that's where I picked up my hobby of my special interest of my bow is from my dad's, one of his lessons. So let me look at my note. Let me look at my notes. Something that my mom and teachers would always say growing up is fake it till you make it. And I can't stand this saying. Can't stand it. Fake it till you make it's exhausting. It makes me take naps. And it's really, really hard. I'm still trying to fake it till I make it. Something I learned again at a very young age and why masking is important is because my emotional actions were inappropriate and therefore I need to suppress them or mask them. And I do this, actually I feel like I do this really well to the point of people don't take me seriously when I'm like, I need a break, I need to calm down, because I'm very calm when I do it. I will explode. And I didn't realize that this was an autistic meltdown. I just had enough and I just explode, and then I don't talk to anybody, and then it gets even worse when someone's like, oh, what's wrong? And I'm overwhelmed and I can't talk. So masking really helps me with trying to not have an overload. I hope some of these are helping. If they are, and you have any suggestions or stories about masking that you'd like to share with me, don't forget, comment down below and like. Sorry, I know my speech isn't the best. I really struggle with communication, and picking out words has always been an issue for me. So again, trying to do this channel is a way for me to try and help myself overcome this issue. I feel like I'm doing a little bit better with it, but it's still really, really, really hard. Let's see. Look at my notes. So growing up, masking was just called coping and fitting in, and it was not that fun because even though I looked like everyone else, I didn't feel like everybody else. And I learned that the safest place other than my bedroom when I wasn't at home was the library. I love the library to this day. It's quiet there. I feel like I'm still interacting with people for some reason because growing up, that's what my mom wanted me to do. And there's so many activities at the library. You can have they have a monthly calendar. They do like little crafts. I love to take my boys to the library. They have different age groups for them. All sorts of things you can do there. So yeah, definitely check out the library if you haven't been there yet. It's a good place for resources. Let's see. I feel like masking is something that a lot of people don't realize they do on a daily basis, and gets confused a lot for people being narcissistic. One of the big differences I feel like between autism and narcissistic behavior when you're masking is that I'm unaware if I say something and I hurt someone's feelings. I'm just trying to fit in. I, again, already know that I don't have a very good way of communicating. So when I know I have to talk, it makes me anxious. And I usually say something that isn't meant to be said. And I didn't mean what I was thinking to be said like that. So it's very hard. And with narcissistic behavior, it's more intentional. They know what they're doing and it's meant to hurt you. I don't mean to hurt people. And if I ever do, I would hope someone would be like, hey, did you say that? Because it really hurt my feelings. And I could correct myself, because a lot of people won't say anything these days. I'm not quite sure why, because I can't correct a behavior that's hurting someone or my actions if nobody tells me what I'm doing is wrong. And that's how bad habits are built. So that's all I really have today on masking. If you have any suggestions, again, on content that you would like me to do, please leave a comment. And liking and subscribing to my channel is definitely a way to help support me. So I hope you guys are having great holidays, and I look forward to doing another video soon.